What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the CeeLo's Film Club, where we break down the biggest movie news and dive deep into the world of cinema. Today, guys, I'm going to be talking to you guys about more news of the Batman Part 2. This movie's pretty much almost in pre-production. It starts shooting pretty soon. We have details of the movie coming straight from Matt Reeves' mouth. He was over in red carpet during the Emmys, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about this film. Also, we're going to be talking to you guys a little bit more details of Avengers Doomsday. It just finished filming, and then also I'm going to give you guys a little quick recap breakdown of Alien Earth Episode 7. And yeah, guys, before we get started, don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you guys do not miss a beat on any of the movie news. Alright, guys, for our very first topic, we're going to be talking about Avengers Doomsday. It has wrapped filming officially. Does not mean we're not going to get any pickup shots, any more reshoots and stuff like that. We know Marvel, they love to do reshoots. They would like to, change a little bit of scenes here and there, add more characters if they can, if not, take away scenes that don't fit. But this is very typical for big budget movies. They actually set extra months after they're done officially wrap filming to pre-plan for future films. This is big in big budget films. But yeah, it's officially wrap filming. It starts to release next year. And yeah, guys, this movie's pretty much done. It's pretty much done. They had to do a lot of post-production, editing, a lot of CGI touches they have to do, add characters in scenes that, they weren't, with actors that weren't shot in the exact same room. We've heard a lot about that with a lot of actors, Pedro Pascal, Alan Cummings, and stuff like that. So very excited for this film, guys. Very hyped for this film. Very, very hype. But we also have some unofficial news coming to you guys from Alex Perez of the Cosmic Circus. He has shared some unofficial details that could point to Wanda's return being very different than expected. According to Perez, the Scarlet Witch we meet in Doomsday may actually be a variant from a universe tied directly to the X-Men. The X-Men universe that we're going to be seeing in this Doomsday as well. This is a universe where Magneto is finally ruling Genosha as he had always pictured it, and we like to have a royal family type of situation with Eric, Pietro, Wanda, and Polaris. This is an idea that has been pushed since Multiverse of Madness and then Deadpool and Wolverine, but never felt like it was right to fit because it felt like it take away from the overall plot. However, the main point they would like to explore with Wanda is the father and daughter relationship with Eric. That is pretty interesting to me, guys. Having a Wanda variant where she's ruling with her father, see what kind of relationship they really have. We have Pietro there, which is Quicksilver, Eric, and Polaris. Very interesting, guys. If they're ruling that world, let's see what this has to do with Doomsday. If they're going to be part of that, or Doomsday is going to try to take them out, or it's pretty much X-Men have to team up with Magneto and Wanda, and they all have to different families from different universes have to team up and fight Doomsday. Fantastic Four, the new Avengers, old Avengers, they all have to team up and fight Doomsday. But we shall see, guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is a cool idea? I think this is a thing that a lot of people have been waiting for, and I think this is a great way to introduce, Wanda into the story. It's not been official, the role of Wanda, and with Elizabeth Olsen joining Avengers Doomsday. But what do you guys think? That they can take down Doctor Doom? Do you think their sorcery is strong enough to take him down? So let me know about that. Leave your comments down below. All right, guys, our second topic, we're going to be talking about Alien Earth Episode 7, named Emergence. Another great episode, guys. It starts with a little bit of flashbacks of the last episodes. Kind of shows, when they're showing the title card, they show the tail of the Zemo fort. Not sure what it's foreshadowing, but the episode kind of took me the direction I thought was going to take me, with some twists and turns. First, you get slightly trying to figure out what to do with Arthur with the face hugger on his face. He puts him under his bed, tries to hide him, and is just there, just kind of freaking out, tries to give him some water, because at the end of the day, Slightly's not bad. He is a kid at the end of the day in this adult body, and he doesn't know what to do. He tries to give him some water. You can tell the face hugger doesn't like it and is spitting the water, drooling the water out. He does not want Arthur to die, but this is a kid. Then we get I think it's Seemly, the other or Smee. I think it's Smee. Forgot the other character's name. He is a kid too as well. He is a Sin comes in because he knows something's going on. So he pretty much tells him what's going on and he needs help because he doesn't know what to do. And he tells him that his family's in danger. He reassures him that though nothing's going to happen to Arthur, which he does kind of know that he told, Merle had told him that something was going to come out of his chest eventually. So what happens is they take the body out, and guess who they run to that has been seeing this the entire time? Kirsch. Kirsch helps him out, tells him, hey, why are you guys going this way? Go down the freaking elevator. They go down the elevator so they can get to the beach, and guess who wakes up? Arthur ends up waking up without the face hugger in his face. And Arthur just a little confused what's going on. He noticed something is off. Arthur is not stupid. He got knocked out, but he's not dumb. He knows that they're lying. He told him the thing about kids that they're never taught how to lie. So you guys are terrible liars. So when that happens, they tell him that, oh, we're just meeting your wife down the beach. And he's like, no, guys, tell me the truth. What's going on? You guys didn't get in trouble, but I need to know what's going on. Right when they start walking, alien ends up bursting out of his chest, just like we figured. They were gonna go meet, I think, Merrill and his crew. The alien comes out of his chest, and just the alien just leaves. Ends up leaving. Shmi is scared out of his mind. He didn't think this was gonna happen. He just told Slightly, we just killed Shmi. You knew about this. You lied to me. And then when all this is going on, Wendy is trying to figure out what's going on with everyone else. She knows that they raise Nib's brain. They note that these xenophobes are being used. She's asking, Boy Cavalier if they are even safe. Boy Cavalier said that they are, and just kind of go on with their day. And she gets pissed, says something to his xenophobe. You know how she's communicating with them, and the xenophobe slams his face on the window, like pretty much saying, "I got your back, just in case if anything happens." And Boy Cavalier, pretty much knows that she's gonna go tell the rest that that they're not safe, because they actually end up finding the body of the one that was cleaning or trying to feed the moths, and the moths ended up killing them, and that's when she knew that they were not safe. So she goes off and tells the others. Cavalier is freaking out, but Cavalier is very, very invested in this eye creature, because his eye creature pretty much is very smart. He knows eye creature orchestrated some of the escape of the moth, because he knew that this creature hit the window, because Kirsch showed him that he hit the window, so Steely can get inside of this, he can fall inside of the cage and get locked in. He's fascinated by this creature, and he makes a slight little comment saying, hey, imagine if this creature can go into someone that's super smart. I don't know if he means someone like him. I think they're going to use Hermit, because when he says that, they go to, I don't know if he says someone super smart with a high IQ or a low IQ. I might be having that wrong. But they cut to Hermit, and I think that he's going to try to get Hermit in on this, and it's going to be a Hermit xenophobe versus this one-eye thing at the end, and it's gonna be heartbreaking, because how this show transpires. Wendy is pretty much ends up working with the xenophobe. So what happens is, they're not tracked, because Arthur had untracked all of the Sims, so all the Sims can pretty much leave. Wendy and the brother try to get out of there. They end up on a boat with Nibs. Nibs is following them, because Nibs knows she got her mind erased, and she doesn't want nothing to do with this island. When this happens, they pretty much show up on the boat, and all of these Navy soldiers. We have a pretty cool scene earlier, but these Navy soldiers are already there, pretty much trying to stop them from leaving. These are the ones that are part of with Marrow, and she pretty much makes this noise. The xenophobes come and help them out. They attack them. Nibs starts to go, pretty much John Wick on these fools, and beats him up. So does Wendy as well. And Hermit is not really all for that. He's not a violent person, so she tells him to stop. And then he ends up tasering. I don't know what this taser does. I don't know if it kills him, but ends up pretty much immobilizing the Sin. So he ends up shooting Nibs, so she doesn't kill this other Navy soldier. And Wendy gets pissed and says, "Why'd you do that?" And it's gonna cause tension between the boy, Hermit, and Wendy, and I think it's going to be very interesting and fascinating, because I think this one-eye thing is going to go inside Hermit, and is going to go against the xenophobes. And she actually said a little comment, "I'm not your sister anymore," pretty much saying, not your sister, but pretty much saying like, hey, I'm not the kid I used to be. She's having her own thoughts. She's having her own minds. No one's putting that in her. She's pretty much evolving. She is a smart person, and pretty much was telling them, hey, you can't really tell me what to do anymore. So they end up with their story with that. I think Herman's gonna have the eyeball inside of him. Then we get where we have Steely and I keep forgetting their name. I think it's Smee and I think it is Steely. Let me pull up his name. Slightly, dude. All their names sound the same. Slightly. They're taking the body to the shore, just like how Mero told them. But the body is dead. So when they get there, it's a cool scene. They're dragging down the body. You just see kind of the ocean, and you just see the Navy SEALs. I'm just calling them Navy SEALs because they're not really Navy. So these agents, soldiers come out the water with these guns. That was a pretty cool shot. They come out. Mero's there and is like, what's going on? You were supposed to bring me the alien. And he goes, well, it all happened so fast. And pretty much Mero's like, well, you didn't complete your task. And then he slightly asks him, so what's going on with my family, with my mom? Are they okay? He doesn't say anything to them. They end up, they're going to go in and try to find the Xenophore. The, Navy SEALs and Slightly, they end up in the same spot where Kirsch and the Boy Cavalier soldiers are in one building, and you think they're gonna go after each other, but all of a sudden, guess what Kirsch has? He has this little baby Zemo for me, and he tells them, "Finders keepers," pretty much saying, "I beat you." And at that point, so this whole part, this what gets me a little confused. You guys should help me out with that. Kirsch helped the boys, take Arthur out. What was his goal with that? Was his goal so the Zemo 4 will come out? But then if it would have came out inside there, it would have been easier for them to trap it. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure what Kirsch's plans is because he's technically a full robot. Meryl is a cyborg, which is a human with like a robotic arm, leg, you name it, with prosthetics pretty much. His sins are human brains that are uploaded into a robot body. So that's how the episode ends, guys. I think there's going to be a Zemo 4 Wendy Sins versus, humans and his brother. His brother, I think, is going to end up being one of those one-eye things. Maybe not. Maybe his Boy Cavalier that ends up being that one-eye creature. That'd be pretty cool scene to see, but I'm not too sure where they're going to go with this. What are Kirsch's motives? What is Mero's motives with these things? Do you want to trap him and bring him back to Yutani? So let me know, guys, think another banger episode. I kind of knew where it was going, not maybe in that aspect. I still don't know what Kirsch's intentions are because he could have just told on them, kept Arthur, took the Zemo 4, but then instead of had him go all the way out, or maybe it's all part of a bigger plan that he has. He's just trying to look like a hero for now. So let me know, guys, think down below of Alien Earth episode 7. Alright, guys, now we had Matt Reeves at the Emmys. The Penguin got a couple awards. Kristen Milioti won Best Actress in a Drama Series, and the Limited Drama Series, I believe. I thought Colin Farrell should have won the Emmy. Let's not get into that. But they won a couple Emmys and whatnot. But of course, Matt Reeves was there showing his love and support. And he was actually asked a lot of questions about the Batman Part 2. He answered what he could without giving any spoilers. But this movie is now no longer just a talk when is a script getting turned in. This movie, people have read it. They're starting a team. He's already getting the staff together where you got to do months ahead of, it's part of the pre-production. They're probably already having talks with actors, new actors that are coming back that are going to be part of the Batman Part 2. Hopefully, our old cinematographer is going to be coming back. I think his name is Greg Fraser, that did, Dune, the last Batman. I heard that he won't be coming back because he's doing that Beatles movie. But we shall see, guys. So he got asked a lot of questions on the red carpet. They are shooting in April. Around spring and April, around there, they're going to be shooting, get pushed back a month. It shouldn't be such a big deal. April, they're for sure starting to shoot. He also mentioned that Robert Pattinson has had the script, but I'm going to give you guys a little bit exactly what he says. So, after nearly 4 years since the Batman became a blockbuster in 2022, the script for Batman Part 2 is finally ready. Pretty much saying we started shooting the final film in spring and around the end of April or beginning of May. Director Matt Reeves told Variety's Mark Mackin on the Emmys red carpet, "It's been a long journey, but I'm also incredibly excited and really proud of the script. Me and Matt Sim Tomlin did, and we're starting to share with Robert Pattinson. That is super awesome, guys. I'm very excited for this. Him just saying all of this is pretty cool. This is finally happening. Scripts are being sent out to people. They work very hard on this. He shared it with Robert Pattinson. Reeves also revealed the excitement for coming back to the gritty world of Gotham. Lengths the Batman team had to keep the script under wraps. We put the script into a secret passage that literally had a lock on it with the code. Pattinson was in New York at the time and everything in high security. Very, very high security. After finishing reading the script, Pattinson got to keep the script and in the locked pouch. We really trust Rob because he's the best. Reeves served as executive producer and writing supervisor on HBO's The Penguin, which nominated for 24 Emmy nomination. While season 1 is labeled as a limited series, Reeves revealed that him and his team is actively thinking of potential second season, which were in discussion. Showrunner Lauren LaFrance is thinking hard, and we're talking, so we'll see. We love the show. We think that our cast is so incredible. The work that Lauren and the writers did was incredible. Our passion was in it, but never in our wildest dream that we can imagine that had been received that the way it was. I'm very excited for this, guys. Just him talking about the show, the movie. Robert Pattinson has read it. I'm not going to get into too details of what Variety had to say, but pretty much he also mentioned that, it's super high security because it's very Batman detective stories. So anything leaks out, it's going to ruin the experience for people. And he has mentioned this. He also mentioned that this story has taken Batman and Bruce Wayne to places that we have never seen before on screen. So I'm not sure what story they're going to go with. If you guys actually remember in the Batman Part 1, they leave off with Bruce Wayne. Parents are pretty much, not the best people that we all thought they were. They covered a murder, a murder that, they were involved with, which is not true at all. And then also Batman is looked at in a different way that he was looked at in the first movie. The first movie, he was looked at as a vengeance. This, someone you should just straight up fear, lives in the shadows. You saw in the first movie how everyone was looking into the shadows, waiting for him to pop out when they were doing something bad. Everyone was afraid of him. Even at the end of the movie, that guy said, "Who are you?" instead of vengeance. And that's when it clicked for Batman. He's supposed to be hope, and everyone's hopeful for him. You saw that little girl at the end hold on to him when he was, putting her on the stretcher. So everyone's looking at him as hope now, than they are looking at him as vengeance. And hopefully, in the Batman Part 2, that would be super cool. We have an I'm Batman kind of moment where he's doing something. Someone's like, "Wait, who are you?" And he goes, "I'm Batman." That's the first time that we actually get to see Robert Pattinson's Batman say that. That would be epic because he's not Vengeance no more, guys. He is not Vengeance. He is Batman now. And then also we did have confirmations. Unfortunately, Christine Milioti is not going to be in the Batman Part 2. I think they're going to focus more on Batman centric, but I think they're going to bring her back in future spin-offs in the Penguin season 2. They're in talks of that, and they're also going to be probably they're probably going to bring back Catwoman in the third Batman. I don't think they're bringing her back in the second one. It's not been confirmed, but she did go to Bellhaven. They also mentioned that Oswald Cobblepot, Colin Farrell, has 5 to 6 scenes in the Batman movie, in the second Batman movie, which is more than he had in the first movie, which I don't think is totally bad at all. I honestly do think that it is okay. He made a memorable presence in the last Batman, even though he only had a few scenes. That big chase car scene, every time he was there, I mean, I was glued to the screen, and I don't think it's such a bad thing that he only has 5 to 6 scenes. I do want to know what the Batman Part 2 is going to be about. Is it going to be about Court of Owls? That'd be pretty cool, so we can see Robert Pattinson fight Talons. Hopefully they have like a Mr. Freeze. Are they going to do Hush? Hopefully they don't. The character Hush looks very similar to how they did the Riddler in the Batman Part 1. If you're just looking at it aesthetically purposes, very similar looking character. But yeah, guys, who do you guys want for the Batman Part 2 to be the main villain or the story? I don't know how they're gonna do the story. I think they're gonna do something with that. Maybe they have like people people want Batman to kind of take down Bruce Wayne, or everyone's against Bruce Wayne, and that way you never know that Bruce Wayne is Batman. I'm not too sure where they can go with this. I have a picture of the secretive pouch that has been going around. Jeffrey Wright also has gotten the script. I think only James Gunn, Peter Safran, Robert Pattinson, Matt Reeves, and then Matt, the other writer that's working on the script, has had the script. Jeffrey Wright as well has had the script. I'm not too sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure David Zaslav has on the script. But this is pretty cool because now I'm starting to believe that the rumors of Robin coming out in this being introduced in the Batman Part 2 are not true anymore. So, yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about the Batman Part 2 news. I think this is exciting news. I think this movie is going to do good. The first one did over $700 million, right after COVID, where, limited seats, you have to wear face masks and stuff like that. People were still scared of, a little bit right after COVID going out to the movie theaters. That is it, guys. That is it for my movie news. Let me know in your comments down below about the Batman, Alien, and all the other good movie stuff that we talked about today. I will see you guys next time. This is your boy CeeLos. Peace.